What's up, guys?
Hi.
Peeps? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you're not new. As you can see, I'm trying a new video style, okay? I'm gonna be walking around with my phone. For me personally, this feels a little more natural. Also, half of the battle is finding where to put my camera. If you couldn't tell from the little title of the video, we're gonna be learning how to start the sketch and possibly like it. Oh my god, because I know a lot of you folks out there have a very difficult time making sketches that you like and actually starting the sketch without having browsed through Pinterest, Instagram, and literally everything that you can think of for a good hour and a half, maybe. So let's get into it. But essentially, I have this here. Yes, good soup. Good soup. This is a sketchbook, in case you didn't know. Why is there stuff falling out of it? The first step is to open said sketchbook. Can you believe that? You need to open it? Yes. You do in fact need to open that sketchbook so that you can take a writing utensil of any kind. I don't know if today, let me decide. This medium you grab should be something you're comfortable with. Therefore, it should be nearby. This was right here. It was right here. Right here. And then you see this pen? You see this cup? Full of utensils. Yes, we're going to use those. These things that I have nearby, I have already categorized which ones I hate and which ones I like. So don't be like, oh, it's just some random pen, it might not even work. They all gonna work. I tested them all. I'm not challenging myself today, so I'm not gonna use this thing or any color. I'm just gonna use my little color. Yes. Now, I'm going to do something crazy. I don't have any reference. I don't have anything. I'm going to draw a circle. Oh my god, I put something on the paper. Oh, this is nuts, man. I could choose to erase it, or I can keep going and see what happens and what I am to make of this circle. Now, I know it feels a little shaky right here, and honestly, me too. So I could go back and look at some of my other stuff, right? I could go back here, and I could look at previous pages and actually get inspired from my own work. Which is something nobody does. Do it some more, okay? Because I think all of your guys' art is beautiful. From this circle, I can do anything. Like, add a line here, and the face is looking this way. I can add a line here, and then if I overshoot this, it can become like a 3/4 kind of face, but I can also just leave it. There's no one correct way to sketch, so to be honest, I'm just doing what I think of first. Nothing is wrong, dude. I feel like everybody's too hard on themselves, and they don't want to make things because they're afraid it's gonna look terrible. And it's a sketch doesn't always have to look good. That's what the refinement stage is for, you know? The sooner you realize that as an artist, the more art you'll be able to create with no hesitation at all. The sketches that us as artists seem to be the ones that are the most spontaneous. I know a lot of artists actually, they go into their sketches with plans or a general idea of what they want. Sometimes you can't just wait for that general idea to enter your field of vision, because like you'll be stunted, and that's kind of how art block forms and stuff like that. If you just don't like the things that you're making, sometimes you're just not in the flow that day, and that's totally fine, which is like where I differ, and I end up going to do something that is kind of brainless, like line art. Since not everybody likes line art, you know, you can always just go color something instead. Like, I'm not totally in love with this piece. I love the facial expression, and that's about it, you know? And that's the fun about sketches, is that, like, you know, it's just a sketch. Like, it's not a big deal. I could always start a better version or a little thumbnail over here, go to the next page, make an entirely new piece based off of this one, you know? It's not the end of the world. And I'm going to kind of hunker down, essentially, and, you know, pop my headphones in, become relaxed. That is how you make a nice sketch. You know, see where this page takes me. As you can see, I have a lot of different sketches here. This one was actually inspired by this little thing I saw on Pinterest. This little guy over there. These are like what I would consider warm-up sketches, because they're not necessarily like as structured. This kind of like just a little brain dump page. Like, these two things could be made into one whole thing, about as much like direction as this page has. Not all sketches had to have intention, if that makes sense. So I basically just sat down with the intention of putting something on the paper. That is also an intention, you know, not everything has to, like, you could just make squiggles and lines because it feels nice. Now we're gonna get into learning how to make a sketch that you actually like. Believe it or not, one of the first things that I like to do is find a reference. Oh my god. And then up to me from there to decide if I want to be unique. You know what I mean? Let's see how long it actually takes me to find a reference. I guess it only took 3 minutes, which sounds crazy, but essentially I kind of wanted to mix two concepts of like two pictures that I saw together, and like I'm not thinking like anything huge, anything big, and that's what makes this a sketch. Remember, sketch video. So let's sketch it. So I've reached a point where my sketch, I don't feel like can go like in another direction, but I do like it. So I can't say that this is false advertisement. You know what I mean? Because to like your sketch is really important. And for me, this sketch provides a lot of like what it means to be me, I guess, like trying new things, being a little outrageous, a little abstract with my art ideas, and like I hope to achieve more of that. Also, for reference, everybody goes at their own pace. I love you guys, so don't feel obligated to be like me or any other artists out there. So as far as actual effectiveness, such a silly video. I'll probably, like, if you guys have any questions or like need any actual tips and stuff like that, leave me some comments so I can answer those questions in a video. Yeah, toodles.